everyone, welcome back to Knowing Nuclear. Today we're going to be talking about radiation in nature. So this is natural sources of radiation that we're exposed to every single day, also known as background radiation. Before we get into it, first let's talk about exposure pathways. So this is the ways that radiation can enter our bodies and accumulate. So, three main major exposure pathways in humans. First one is inhalation. So we breathe in a contaminated air, and it'll accumulate in our lungs. This is really common with radon. So we are going to talk a little bit more about that in a sec. Second one, we have ingestion. So we're going to consume contaminated food or water, and it will accumulate and build up in our digestive system. The third one, we have absorption. So this is through contact with our skin. So you may have contact with some sort of radioactive source and it'll absorb into your body, then it can circulate through your bloodstream. All of these are potential causes of radioactive harm to us, but let's talk about the different types of natural radiation. So the first one, we have airborne radiation. We have radon gas, which actually comes from the ground, but it'll decay and come up into the air. So we have our radon, and it'll come up. If it comes up here, it just goes off into the air, not a problem. However, if it comes up and it enters your home, if your basement is not well sealed off, then it actually can accumulate in your house. And then it'll enter your lungs. And this can actually cause adverse health effects, which is why a lot of older homes have radon detectors in our basement so that we can try to alleviate this risk as much as possible. The next one, we have terrestrial natural radiation. So this is stuff like potassium, uranium, and thorium. All of these things are in the rocks. They decay in the rocks into other things, but they stay there. So we're not going to have any problems with breathing in the gas. This is where contaminated food and water could become an issue for us. So if we grow food in soils that are contaminated with these, they can enter our body, end up in our digestive system. So we might not want this either. The third major type of natural radiation is cosmic. So we have our lovely little sun, and it's going to constantly shower radiation down on us every single day. Not just the sun, the entire cosmos, stars, everything. So we're going to have stuff like ions, X-rays, alpha particles, electrons, protons, neutrons, etc., all showering down upon us. Some of these are deflected by the Earth's magnetic field, but many of them do reach the Earth, and then they are absorbed into us, into the entire planet. So don't worry, background radiation is not a big problem in any part of the world. So we're not going to really experience any major problems as a result of this. It's just another way that we encounter nuclear every single day in our lives.